How's it going? Hope you all are having a fantastic morning in sunny New York City. I'm really thrilled to open this up for Scale or Die, the first technical focus conference for the week of Accelerate. I'm Solomon. I'm head of product and work on engineering at the Solana Foundation, and I've worked tirelessly for the past few months alongside our Fearless events team on getting this event together and welcoming you guys to New York. So what is Scale or Die? Like, why did we bring you all here in the first place? We've never really had room for deep technical discussion besides hacker houses. And now that hacker houses are sunset, we want to make sure that we have the room and the space to have the best and brightest minds in the Solana ecosystem together here to, talk shop, talk it out, give feedback, receive feedback, and really get a better understanding of the latest changes in the ecosystem. We also don't really have too much time in between breakpoints. So the real point of this originally was to call it midpoint. It was a middle point between the previous breakpoint and the next in Abu Dhabi. And we wanted to continue the momentum and make sure that we could have all the developers in the same room together. One piece to note is you all applied, right? This is a developer first, a technical first, application only conference to remove the chatter from sales, BD, marketing, and make sure that the conversation is succinct, the conversation is direct, and it's focused. But why Scale or Die in the first place, right? Like, why do we need a conference like this? Because we don't really have too much time together, right? We go to breakpoints, we go to Solana summits, we go to like ETH DevCons, and we all sort of fly around. There's a joke here in New York that the same people in New York just fly to the other conference, so you always see the same faces. But we want to make sure that we have this time, we have this space, and we have venues like this where we can all get together and really dive deep into the newest changes. The other thing is, you all don't talk enough on Twitter or on X, right? You really need to continuously market yourselves and share what you're actually working on. Because unless you yourself are telling the crowd or telling the audience or telling the ecosystem what you're working on, nobody's going to know, right? So you can't just post to a Gist or post to a GitHub and assume that people will find it. You have to come to these events, you have to post on Twitter, and people need to know that you're actually working on these things. Just last 2 points. For logistics, the conference venue opens at 9 a.m., it closes at 7 p.m., the programming of the content starts at 10 a.m., and it closes at 5 p.m., and we have workshop rooms down the hall where we have teams like D3, Codigo, Certora, Zeus, all doing hands-on developer workshops where you can get a hands-on look on how to use these protocols or how to interact with this infrastructure. Most of the talks or most of the programming today is usually one-person podium style or maybe 3 people here as a fireside chat. So if you want hands-on, go down there. We also downstairs have this entire venue called Dev Cave, where you can talk to all the folks that you're going to meet today, go exchange telegrams, exchange Twitters, and make sure that you're building long-lasting relationships with people in the space. Programming at a glance, first day, core protocol focus. You're going to see the Anza team likely release the biggest change to Solana since Genesis. You're going to have Brian Long have a Block Zero talk, or a Block Zero chunk of programming. This event really exists because of Block Zero and DeFi Day. Historically, when you talk to developers, the day or two before Breakpoint is usually the most advantageous to them because they have a developer-only or developer-first chunk of programming that they can really get involved in versus the sort of product marketing and finance focus of the rest of the conference. And then May 20th, very focused on infrastructure and dev tooling. Also, it's an entire week of conferences. You have 2 days of Scale or Die, a day break where we have a ton of community events around New York City, and then Thursday, Friday, we have Ship or Die, which is our biggest event in the United States, and also an event focused on policy, marketing, and policy and finance. And then one last thing for logistics. These are the days of the workshop rooms that are happening down the hall. Please hop in there. Also on Luma/Solana Accelerate, we have a Scale or Die tag that allows you to filter through all of the talks today. And you can also find these workshop rooms. So they have their own programming, and you can go find interesting things that you want to get hands-on experience for. Now, next, I'm going to introduce you guys to Steve, who's going to MC the next block of talks.